Today we have a special fall treat for you.
It's apple crumble. We love apple crumble and I love putting vanilla ice cream on mine.
And I personally love it with the oatmeal and cinnamon crust and the crunchiness of that.
Either way, this recipe is super delicious and
I've lightened it up so that you can enjoy it all season long.
Let's get into this video, but first make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already and
hit the dinger so you get notifications when our next video comes out because we do not want you to miss a thing.
Now let's get into this video.
This apple crisp is so good, I cannot wait for you to try it. Now when picking your apples, you're going to want to try to get either Honey Crisp or Fuji. Those seem to work best in an apple crisp. Definitely has a great combination of flavor and crunch factor and cooking factor. These apples hold up great. I've decided to use the Honey Crisp in this apple crisp, and I am going to use 2 pounds, which is approximately 6 medium-sized apples. So go ahead and peel all of your apples, and then we're going to go ahead and cut them into little pieces. Just try to be mindful when cutting the apples to make them all the consistent size and shape, because you want them to cook evenly. If they're not all the same size, some will cook more than others. So definitely try the best you can to make them all the same size. Doesn't have to be perfect, but in general, the same size is really good. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get a lemon. You're going to go ahead and zest the outside of the lemon. You want to make sure when you're zesting the lemon to not get the pith. The pith is the white part of the lemon when you get closer to the inside. That is bitter and you don't want to have that in your apple crisp. So you're going to go ahead and finish zesting your lemon, and you're going to go ahead and put that into a bowl. After you've put that into a bowl, you're going to cut your lemon in half and you're going to squeeze the juice out. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. So you will probably have some left over, but you could put that in some water or something. So go ahead and squeeze that lemon and add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice into the zest. Then we're going to add that into our cut apples. We're going to go ahead and pour that straight over top of the apples that we just cut. The zest in the lemon is a great complement of acidity to the apples. The next thing we're going to do is add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. After we've added the vanilla in, you're going to go ahead and take a pinch of salt. I like to use Himalayan salt, but you can use whatever kind that you like. The next thing you're going to do is 1/3 of a cup of monk fruit or brown sugar, whichever one you prefer. After that, we're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I love these fall flavors. Now we're going to take 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, which will help to thicken the apples while they cook. Go ahead and take all of those ingredients and combine them evenly in your bowl. After you've combined all the ingredients, we're going to go ahead and put them in a pan. Go ahead and lightly spray your pan with some oil so it doesn't stick, and place your apples inside the baking pan. You're going to want to make sure to evenly place them in your baking pan. I've used a 9x12 baking pan and it's worked perfect. Now that we have our apples in the pan, let's get to our apple crisp topping. First, you're going to take 1 cup of oatmeal and put that into a bowl. The next thing you're going to do is add 1/4 of a cup of flour into that oatmeal. After that, we're going to take 1/4 of a cup of monk fruit or brown sugar, your choice what you would like to use. Then we're going to follow that with a teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and we're going to mix that together. We're going to have all the dry ingredients combined nicely, and after we've done that, we're going to go ahead and take 1/4 of a cup of applesauce and add that to our topping. The final ingredient in this is going to be 2 tablespoons of melted butter. The melted butter works really well, making the topping crunchy without having to have it cold and cut it up into little pieces. You could also omit the butter altogether if you just want to use the applesauce to keep it together. The butter does add a nice texture and a nice flavor, but it's completely up to you if you want to add the butter to the topping. I really like the way it makes it taste, but again, totally up to you. Now we're going to go ahead and put this delicious apple crisp topping on top of our apples. It is so good with the oatmeal and the cinnamon and the yumminess going on. I cannot wait to try this. Make sure to put it on as evenly as you possibly can, just like this. Look at this, it's ready for the oven, and now look, it's done, topped with some vanilla ice cream.
If you make this recipe or any of our other delicious recipes, make sure to tag us on Instagram at
www.healthyfoodiegirl, because we'd love to see what you've come up with making our recipes. It makes us so happy.
Also, in the description box below, you can find all of the information for this recipe,
as well as our social media links, and we'd love to connect with you there too.
Also, make sure to subscribe because we have a ton of fall content coming your way. And
hit the dinger so you get notified when it comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Keep cooking.
Also, down below in the description box, you can find all of the recipe information for the